In a bustling town called Arokore, there was a food vendor named Mama Ireti, famous for her irresistibly delicious meals. Her small roadside restaurant, known as Ireti Kitchen, was always filled with customers from dawn to dusk. No one in town could explain the magical allure of her food. It wasn't just tasty, it had a strange, addictive quality that made people crave it almost daily. Mama Ireti had been in business for only a few years, but her success grew rapidly. She had humble beginnings, selling small meals on the street, but soon enough, her reputation spread far and wide. People from neighboring towns started coming to Arokore just to taste her food, and many other food vendors couldn't keep up. While some attributed her success to hard work and unmatched cooking talent, a few whispers around town suggested something more sinister was at play. People noticed that once you ate from Mama Ireti's restaurant, no other food tasted the same again. Other vendors complained that even their most loyal customers abandoned them for Ireti Kitchen. The most unsettling rumor was that a few of her regular customers, who once bragged about never missing a meal at her place, had suddenly fallen ill with no known cause, only to recover mysteriously after stopping their visits to her restaurant. Another shocking story was that Mama Ireti was always the one handling the cooking, despite having over 10 workers helping her in the restaurant. Her workers only helped with serving food, washing dishes, and cleaning the restaurant. Ireti, Mama Ireti's daughter, was a very beautiful young lady. She was so attractive that many people came to her mother's shop just to see and admire her beauty. Ireti, being very respectful, calm, and smart, became every man's dream wife in the village. While some believed that Mama Ireti sold well because everyone loved and admired her beautiful daughter, there was also whispers about a charm that bound her customers to her, and perhaps unseen forces that stirred in the kitchen. One day, a former worker from Ireti Kitchen, who had left under mysterious circumstances, came forward with a shocking confession. He claimed that he had seen Mama Ireti mix strange powders in her cooking pots in the early hours of the morning before the restaurant opened. According to him, she would chant quietly over the pots as though casting a spell. He also alleged that she buried items beneath the threshold of her kitchen door, which no one could see except those who knew what to look for. The revelation shook the town, and many people started questioning the true source of Mama Ireti's success. Some stopped eating at her restaurant, too afraid of what might happen to them. Other food vendors in the village were happy about this shocking news. Within a few months, the news circulated, and Mama Ireti started losing customers while other food vendors thrived. They not only regained their customers, but also attracted new ones. Over time, Mama Ireti's business started to bounce back, even as suspicion hung over her like a dark cloud. Whether her success was the result of hard work, secret ingredients, or something more mysterious, no one could ever say for sure. But one thing remained clear: the people of Arokore couldn't get enough of Mama Ireti's food, no matter the stories that surrounded her. Many others, unable to resist the allure of her meals, continued to flock to her restaurant, believing that the rumors were just jealous attempts to tarnish her image. One day, Ajile, another restaurant owner in Arokore, became very angry about Mama Ireti's success. She thought to herself, what recipe hasn't she tried? She was meticulous in her food preparation and had good customer relations. But despite all her efforts, her food wasn't selling. Even the few customers she managed to get all of a sudden stopped coming and became Mama Ireti's customers. Ajile had a son, Ajayi, who had a sweet melodious voice. Ajayi also played harp. After returning from the farm, Ajayi usually sat in front of his mother's restaurant, to sing and play his harp. This attracted customers to his mother's restaurant, but sadly, all the customers had a way of not returning and instead became Mama Ireti's customers. Sometimes, Ajayi loved to go to the village market square to sing and play his harp. Both young men and women would join him in singing, and the ladies would dance. Ajayi became very popular in the village. Nearby villages would invite him to sing and play at their events. Despite being 26, Ajayi had not married, though many young ladies in the village had crushes on him. One day, Ajayi told his mother that he loved Ireti, Mama Ireti's daughter. When he told Ajile, she refused and didn't give him a reason for saying so. Ajayi thought to himself, as time goes on, my mother will accept Ireti. So he focused on how to win Ireti's heart. Ajayi had a childhood friend who happened to be Ireti's best friend. Ajayi confided in Iwalewa, his childhood friend, about his love for Ireti, and Iwalewa promised to help him win her friend's heart. Iwalewa told Ajayi a lot about Ireti and how he could possibly win her heart because Ireti had many suitors already. One day, Ireti was running an errand for her mother when Ajayi met her and invited her to the market square. Ireti, who also admired Ajayi, couldn't resist the invitation. That evening, she quickly finished all her chores and headed to the market square to honor Ajayi's invite. Immediately upon seeing Ireti, Ajayi began singing her praises and even composed songs about her beauty. Ireti danced and enjoyed herself, returning home happy and hoping to catch Ajayi's attention again. As time went on, Ireti and Ajayi became very good friends. After a few months, Ajayi asked Ireti out, and she agreed. Mama Ireti wasn't pleased with her daughter's decision to marry Ajayi. She was insecure because Mama Ajayi didn't greet her and always tried her best to avoid her. Mama Ajayi also disagreed with her son and even threatened to disown him. However, Mama Ajayi couldn't keep to her threat because Baba Ajayi supported his son's decision to marry Ireti and warned his wife never to interfere in their son's choice of a wife. Mama Ireti tried her best to convince her daughter, but she had no choice but to let Ireti do whatever made her happy. Ireti was Mama Ireti's only daughter. Mama Ireti had lost her husband when Ireti was 2 years old and had been raising her on her own since then. Out of love for her late husband, she decided never to remarry. She had really struggled to take care of herself and her daughter until she started selling food, and her business grew very fast. Ajile, however, thought of using her son's marriage to uncover Mama Ireti's secret. She told her son, Ajayi didn't think twice before agreeing because he wanted his mother's blessing to marry Ireti by all means. Ajile then accepted Ireti as her daughter-in-law and began greeting Mama Ireti, even though she was plotting to learn Mama Ireti's secret. Both families fixed the date for their wedding.